And now it is my great pleasure to introduce an incredibly decorated Gator athlete, 12-time Olympic medalist, the first swimmer to represent the USA in 5 Olympic Games, a former world record holder in 3 events. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Dara Torres.
First of all, I'm so excited to be back here. I haven't been back for a little while. I think the last time I came back was to host Gator Growl. And I get to be here for a couple days. I get to go to the game. I get to do 2-bits, so I'm really, really excited. I've been practicing 2-bits, so we'll see. I've watched Spurrier's and Danny's 2-bits, so hopefully I can reach up to their standards. But you know, it's funny, my first time in Gainesville wasn't to come to University of Florida. I actually came here when I was 14. They had a swim meet at the O'Connell Center. It was my second nationals I'd ever been to. And I had a great meet. I won my first title, was very happy. We stayed at a small little motel. I don't remember the street it was on, but everything was very small here. And you have to remember, I grew up in Beverly Hills, California, so coming to Gainesville was a little bit different for me. And so we came to this meet, had a great time. Because I won, we went to celebrate. It was just my mom, my coach, and I. And I just remember that last night, my mom getting sick in the bushes. We were walking home because she had too much sake at some Japanese restaurant. And I thought, you know, that's going to be the last time I'm in Gainesville. I thought that was it. Sorry, Mom. I thought that was it. She's here. She's totally embarrassed. I thought she just had a tummy ache, but then when I got older, I realized it was the sake. So when I became a senior in high school in Los Angeles, I was looking at a lot of West Coast schools, but the UF coach came all the way out to California and recruited me. Randy Reese did. And he really just had this speech and talked about the Gator program, how wonderful the Gators are, and the journalism school, which I was very excited about because I wanted to get into television. And so I came out for a recruiting trip in March, right before they had their NC2As, and it was 80 degrees out. And I mean, California is beautiful, but I just like really warm weather, and it can get cold in California. So I was so excited, and I came here, and when I got home, I told my mom I'm coming to University of Florida. So we get off the plane in August for my freshman year, and they didn't have gates then at the airport. And so they opened the door, and I had never experienced humidity like that in my life. Our hair that was up nice was just down. We walk off the plane, and my mom was looking at me, and I can't breathe. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's, I mean, I have asthma, but I didn't know what was happening. I wasn't used to the humidity. So we get off, we go to the dorms and check into Sled Hall, and then we go to the local Walmart, which was the big store in those days. And we come out with all these things from my dorm room, and it is raining cats and dogs. Like, I had never seen rain like this pelting our faces. I'm like, Mom, if we just run like really quick to our car, like we can get there, and we, you know, maybe we'll just get a couple drops. I mean, and our car was maybe like 20 yards away. We were soaked. And she's just laughing. She's like, you know, you have fun in college, honey. You're gonna have a great time, you know. And so it was just, you know, Beverly Hills, Gainesville was a little different for me. And you have to remember too, in California, there's lots of universities there. So, you know, I'm used to UCLA and USC and Santa Barbara. And so I was never used to a true college town. And so after my first week here, it was the first Gator game. And I didn't know anything about the Gators and their football program. I was just really psyched to come here and swim. And we get out of practice. We had 6 a.m. practice, and we get out. And the game wasn't until like, I don't know, I think it was a night game. And I walk out of the pool, and I just see just hordes of people, like orange and blue faces and orange and blue everywhere. And they did some cement thing on North-South Drive, hoping it would turn orange and blue. And I was just so overwhelmed by orange and blue. I was like, oh my gosh, like, well, these people are crazy, you know? And again, from Beverly Hills to Gainesville, that was just kind of my perception. But I have to tell you, after a couple months here, I absolutely fell in love with the school. I fell in love with the sports programs. I left my 5 years here. I was in the longer program. We also played volleyball here too. So, I left school here just really realizing that being at this school really shaped who I am today. And I've met so many wonderful people, the advisors, the teachers. I mean, I just have such great memories of this school. And I have an 11-year-old daughter who I'm hoping to come to this school when she gets old enough to really enjoy what I enjoyed when I was here. And so I just want to thank you guys for having me here tonight. I do owe a debt of gratitude and appreciation for everyone who helped me through my years here to make me the person I am today. And I'm very proud of the Gators being in the top 10 in the United States. I think that's awesome, and I'm just proud to be a Florida Gator. So thank you guys for having me tonight.